Hi everyone, it's Monica. I'm back with another pregnancy video update for you guys. Today I am 36 weeks pregnant. I know, it's so crazy. I can't believe I have pretty much a month left before I meet our new baby. I am 36 weeks today, and so I will be going through my experience with my 35th week of pregnancy. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in and seeing how I'm doing. Thank you guys for the comments, for the love. I really appreciate it. As usual, I have my notes here. Okay, so 35 weeks, the baby is about 46 centimeters and about 2.4 kilograms in weight, and that's about the size of a spaghetti squash. Wow. Yeah, I definitely feel that. Okay, and then let's get on to my symptoms. Okay, so definitely, oh my god, I am just so tired, you guys. Not in the morning, obviously. I feel really good in the morning, waking up. I don't feel tired or anything in the morning. I don't have a problem waking up, the usual time. Between 5:30 to 6:15, around that time. But it's around afternoon is when I feel that I'm oh my god, I could snooze right now, I could nap, but I never do because my toddler doesn't nap anymore, so that's out of the question. But if I'm really tired, I would just sit with her on the couch, kind of taking it easy while I have my laptop with me, and I could do some work. What else? And I noticed during the 35th week, last week, I noticed I was getting a little bit of headache. It was on and off. I'm not really sure what's triggering it, if it's the weather or what. I've been drinking a lot of water recently, so I know that lack of water sometimes can cause headaches, so I don't think that's the problem. So I don't know if it's just if it's the pregnancy, or just the weather here in where I am in Ontario. It's crazy. It could be so cold, and then it warms up, and then there's freezing rain, and then there's snow again, and then there's no snow, and it's crazy. But anyway, that's what I've noticed. Nothing too crazy that to the point that I need to take Advil or Tylenol or anything. But I just do notice it. Also, I find that I have been stuffed up, especially when I just woke up in the morning. I don't know why I've never included this in my symptoms in my previous videos, because ever since this pregnancy, I've always been so stuffed up. It's the first thing I wake up, just blowing my nose just feels really good. Sorry, you guys, if that's TMI for you guys. But yeah, and we do have a humidifier as well. It's not always, we don't always use it, but I noticed it's not really making a lot of difference. But maybe I should get a stronger kind, a humidifier, because the one that I got, it's pretty tiny. I feel it's more for a small room versus a master bedroom. So yeah, and lately I have been a little emotional. I think because now that I'm getting very close to giving birth, oftentimes I find myself, I'm just staring at Maya, my first child, and just thinking how she's not gonna be my only child anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm really excited to have two, and I think once we have two, we're good, and it's just going to make us happier. And Maya's just so excited to have a little sister. But it's just that feeling of emotions that as a mom, because like, you know, like with your first child, you get so attached to them. So it's like, wow, like you love this child so much, and then sometimes you think, how do I split my love for these guys, you know? Sometimes you think it's impossible. I've heard other moms talk about this, but I know that once the baby's here, that would completely change. And I think I'm anxious. I'm a little anxious just because I take Maya to activities like, you know, like every day I try to take her somewhere, like whether it's playgroup or like a reading class, or, you know, just something for her to do. And I'm a little anxious that once the baby's here, obviously, you know, the first week, the second week, I don't know when, but when our newborn is here, I'm not going to be able to take her, like, you know, every day to like an activity, and I would just hate to see her like kind of like, you know, like bored, or like she's at that stage now where she speaks out her feelings, like she says when she's bored, when, you know, and she's like, oh yeah, let's go here, let's go there. So, but, you know, she could very well surprise me too. She, you know, she might be happy to be at home with, you know, with the baby. I don't know, I guess we'll see. And then sleeping wise, oh, guys, sleeping. It's like I get a good few hours of sleep, maybe 2 to 3 hours, and then I would wake up middle of the night to use the washroom to pee. And then I get this like worry feeling like, oh my God, what if like my water breaks? What if like my water breaks or I start contracting? I'm just like thinking like, I hope like if it ever happens before the big day, like say like if this baby decides to come out sooner rather than like on time, you know, like I'm just praying that hopefully it happens like midday rather than at nighttime where my toddler is asleep. Like I don't really want to like have to drag her, like, you know, wake her up and stuff like that, because we don't really have friends and family here, so we can't really leave her like, you know, like with anybody. So if that happens, if the baby decides to come out sooner, we will have to take her to the hospital, which I'm praying that it doesn't happen. I have already booked my mom's flight. Oh my God, I'm so relieved. So she'll be coming like a few days before my due date. So hopefully this baby stays in there, you know, at least like until my mom arrives here so she can stay with Maya. But you know, like if you're pregnant as well and you're at the same gestation, you probably feel the same way, like, oh my God, like what if my water breaks, especially when you already have kids. And it's just a little difficult that, you know, like we don't really have like friends and family here. Like I know some people, but you know what I mean, like not super close enough to be like, hey, can you come here and like look after my toddler? And especially if it happens like, you know, like middle of the night, like, oh God, hopefully that doesn't happen, you guys. So what else other than that? Not much. Tomorrow I have my OB appointment again. I have definitely been feeling my belly just stretching out actually, and there's been some new changes this week. It's crazy. So I'll show you guys my belly in a bit, but I believe stretch marks have appeared, and it was crazy because it like literally happened overnight. Like I'm not even kidding you. Well, at least like it appeared like overnight, but obviously it was probably like, you know, like closer to appearing because of my belly just stretching out so much. But there was this night I remember that my belly just felt so weird, like not weird, like obviously it was like stretching, but it's like a different kind of stretch. It was like it was so itchy, and it was just like to the next level stretching. And then the next day I noticed there was like red lines, and I remember the night before I was really itchy, like below the belly button, below my belly button. So I was thinking, like, if that caused it, like if because my belly has stretched out so much, so this area it's a bit thin now, and when you scratch so hard, like, you know what I mean, like maybe it's because of that. But also, if you've seen my previous videos, I have mentioned that I didn't get any stretch marks with my first pregnancy, but like I said in my previous videos, that if I ever get stretch marks this time around, I wouldn't be like so shocked, because this pregnancy is so different, you guys. Like I've noticed, like with this pregnancy, my belly is more like going like this, whereas with my first pregnancy, it was more like wide. It was like wide, where this one is just like protruding, you know. So yeah, I'll show you guys that. So I've been putting like extra belly rub, belly oil and all that, like maybe 4 to 5 times a day ever since I've seen that stretch marks. Okay, so this is the side profile. Oh God. So I measured my belly before I started vlogging, and it's measuring 42 inches. So yeah, so you can see, if you can see, it's somewhere here. There's like little red lines over here, and same here. I don't know if you can see that. And also, I forgot to mention on my last video, when I had my 34th week ultrasound, I forgot to mention to you guys that the baby is actually now head down. So that is good. But yeah, that is the belly. So, oh my gosh. Okay. What else? Did I miss anything else? So yeah, I measured my waist before my waist, my belly. I don't think this is called a waist anymore. Before I started vlogging, and it's 42 inches, and that's with a little bit of breakfast. Like I had a couple sourdough toast and just water. So yeah, and that's about it, you guys. If you want to see my other pregnancy related videos, they are all in the description box below. And yeah, that is it for today, you guys. Also, wait, don't go. Also, I have started packing my hospital bag. Thank God. Like, I've started packing it. There's just some things that obviously I can't pack it, because it's like one of those things that I use every day, or at least like often. So I'll pack that last minute, but I should be able to film that video, what's in my hospital bag, sometime this week. I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, that is it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on my next video.